make sure I don't do any derailleur smashing things. Oh. Oh God. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm just here enjoying the sunset. It got pretty nice today, about 65 degrees. I didn't expect it to be so nice. Not far from the place I'm staying at here is the Colar trail. So I rode those today. Unfortunately, a bunch of the trails were closed, and the trail that was open was Cease and Desist. Well, Cease and Desist is one of the trails I wasn't really wanting to ride, especially by myself, because it's nice to ride when you're riding bigger stuff like that to have friends with you. And then I realized that I have a problem, a problem that maybe some of you out there could help me solve. Cease and Desist is all tabletops, but they're big tabletops. And throughout pretty much my entire riding life, I've never had such big jumps on like downhills where I'm going really fast. It's always been medium size, you know, maybe bigger or taller, peaky or whatever, but not these long floater style jumps where you're going really fast and you launch and you float them. And they're all the rage now, and I just don't have any experience doing them. I did when I was at Trestle Bike Park a few summers ago. I remember doing the expert line, and they had very similar jumps, like gradual launches, big long tabletops, things like that. And a couple of the times that I went off, my back end kicked up, and it really spooked me, because if your back end kicks up and you've got a long floater, it gives you plenty of time to rotate and go over the bars or something like that. And so it gave me a lot of reservation. So now that I had to ride Cease and Desist, I didn't have to, but it was the one downhill trail that was open, so I rode it. So here's a clip of me riding that trail, and you can see I'm casing the jumps because I'm afraid to really hit them at high speed for that very reason. And I don't quite understand the dynamics of when you're going really fast into something and you got a longer jump, how do you pump the transition? You've got to do it like slower speed, maybe quicker speed pump or whatever. How do you do the bike? Because I talk about this anti-row stuff all the time. Well, that's really simple when you're on jumps that are manageable, but on these ones with big floater lips and long distances to clear, I just don't really know how to do them. So maybe you guys can help me. Asking you to help me this time. So here's the clip, and then we'll get back. Yeah, so this is Cease and Desist, and we're just definitely gonna have to scope this trail out before I really yeah, that's a huge table. Oh gosh, you gotta be hauling. Yes, this is a trail that I would have to ride many times to get the hang of it. Well, at least you get to see what it's like. They did say there were some mandatory gaps and drops, but here's something you could send off the side. Yeah. At least they're all tables. I have to give them credit for that. Okay, here's a mandatory drop. Let's look at it before I do it. Oh, it's not so bad. Okay, so you can clearly see I have reservations because I was up in the big structure there and coming down plenty of steep drop in to have the speed to clear that first one. And so maybe that's my goal, because that first one isn't as big as the others. It's to work on just getting over that. We'll see if I have time to go back there the rest of this week. The nice thing is there is a newer trail in Cuyuna called Center, and it has a lot of jumps similar that are high speed. You're on a pretty significant downhill, and you gotta send it on those things. And it's just something I'm not very familiar with, going high speed. I didn't grow up out west in the mountains going such high speeds and launching such big jumps. So, yeah. That being said, let's move on to a couple of things I did do. I rode this trail called Family Flow. Family Flow was fun. And I also did the drop on that Cease and Desist. There's kind of a shark fin style drop. And I did that. Drops I'm actually pretty comfortable with. And I didn't want to do the drop the hammer drop because nobody else was there that I knew of, and I didn't see anybody else jump it, so I couldn't get an idea of how much speed is needed to do it. So I need to go back there with some people, because I did a drop very similar size in Colorado. The one in Colorado, at the Frisco Bike Park, my friend Terry led me into it, so I knew the speed, which was nice. So it's something that I would like to do, but I need somebody to tow me in, or I need to at least watch somebody do it so I know what speed to take. But it doesn't look like it's anything outside my realm. So here's a clip of me doing the little shark fin drop, and then we'll just jump right into Family Flow, which is kind of like, it's a name of a trail you wouldn't think would be very fun, but it's actually a pretty fun trail, and I was hitting it pretty fast. And it's just a flow trail, but it's fun because you can pump and do these little jumps and things like that. So let's watch those. So Drop the Hammer is right there. That's the big one everybody's been talking about. But I'm gonna hit this one. This one is, there's not too far of a distance to go. This is about the size of the big drop in Cuyuna. So not bad. It's just nice to eyeball it before I do it. From here, man. Not bad at all. I'm not going to do Drop the Hammer. Not when I'm here by myself. Definitely more warmed up now. So cool. I'm asking you to post in the comments if you have any tips for hitting those bigger, higher speed type of jumps, tabletops, things like that. or if you know of any videos out there, because I see a lot of YouTube videos on jumping, but they're not jumps like this. They're not big senders like I see Sam Pilgrim hit or Tom Cardy hitting those guys hitting. They're, you know, the kind of jump range that I jump all the time, you know, kind of that, you know, smaller, medium, maybe a little bit bigger jumps, but not these big sender floater style jumps. So looking for pointers, time for you to help me out. I hope you like my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.